Good afternoon. My name is Sheree Satterwhite, Director of Marketing and Advertising, and these are my colleagues.
Kelsey McDonald, Assistant Financial Director.
Analea, Flores, Public Relations Director.
And my name is Gisela, Olvera, Director of Management and Human Resources.
We have put together this business proposal to present our ideas on the possibility of offshoring to India. Here at EasyOSHA Co., we strive to provide the utmost satisfaction and a sense of secure environment to our customers through our safety training videos and exercises. After the past 2 years of success, we have decided that it would benefit our company to expand, and we've considered offshoring to India, a call center to help with our overflow of customers needing assistance. We have come together to evaluate the benefits and drawbacks of offshoring to India. After thorough consideration and research, we have concluded that while offshoring to India might provide financially beneficial aspects to our company, it does not reflect well on our reputation or have a good image for our company.
Our customer service team is currently being overwhelmed by a rapid increase in our user base over the past 2 years. Surveys indicate that while our customer service quality remains excellent, users are being forced to wait long times to speak to a customer service representative. The average time a user spends in the queue waiting to speak to service has increased from 2 to 15 minutes. This has been causing a constant stream of complaints from our customers. With the expectation that our user base will continue to grow, it is logical that the next step for us should be to expand our customer service department in order to better handle the high volume of calls. We can expand our customer service team locally, but we should also consider the possibility of outsourcing these services to a call center in India and the benefits it may provide.
As Kelsey mentioned, we have reached a point in our company's business where we can no longer suffice our customers' needs in a timely manner. Among our options of ways to expand, we considered offshoring in India. In order to better meet the needs of our customers, we considered placing a customer service center in India that would run 24 hours a day and take calls concerning issues with the product, account hiccups, or any other comments, questions, or concerns. In order to get a better feel for the effectiveness of an offshore facility in India, we researched financial benefits, the effect on customer satisfaction, and the ability to handle the high volumes, as well as the ability to meet security concerns. Now Anna will explain short-term and long-term benefits that we discovered and discussed.
Short term, there are several benefits that we would gain from offshoring our customer service to India. Decreases in expenses, increases in support, and efficiency are just a few that we may experience. Due to the differences in wages and cost of labor, hiring personnel in India would be significantly cheaper than hiring personnel in America. India's minimum wage of $1.47 is notably lower than America's $7.25. The decrease of cost of labor would allow us to save on wage expenses and potentially relocate those savings elsewhere. If we were to contract with a third party in our offshoring venture, we would also experience fewer human resource issues in the short term. Our associates in India would bear most of the responsibility of managing the call center, reducing our involvement and allowing us to focus efforts elsewhere. Another short-term benefit would be the ability to provide customer service 24 hours. The difference in time zones and lower wage rate would allow us to support and justify operating the call center around the clock, providing our customers and users with more service flexibility. Some of the long-term benefits that we would possibly face by offshoring EasyOSHA Co.'s customer service are future financial flexibility and potential reputation gains. By saving money on wages, we would have the long-term abilities to reinvest those savings into other future projects, such as research and development, shareholder returns, and other potential ways to improve our business overall. Additionally, by bringing our business to India through our offshore call center, we can help stimulate the economy in India and provide jobs there, influencing the way our customers view us as a globalized company. Now Sheree will give an overview of some of the successes seen in other companies as a result of offshoring.
When considering offshoring, the experiences other companies had provided us with ideas of potential benefits of offshoring. The successes of other companies who have outsourced to India show some of the benefits a call center might provide to us. A great case example of this is Microsoft, whose offshoring in India primarily consisted of call centers. As a result of offshoring, Microsoft claims they have been able to better help their customers and incorporate new innovations and technologies. Other major companies such as Ford Motor Co., Cisco, American Express, and GE claim similar successes as Microsoft did. Citing the time zone as a major advantage and high volume of technical workers to be a factor is a point to address in all of these cases. However, these companies are much larger than our own company, and so we fear that the size may add some difficulties when we are considering offshoring our own call center in India. Now I will hand it over to Gisela, who will talk about some of the short-term and long-term downfalls of offshoring in India.
Despite the benefits of offshoring, our customer service team in India previously discussed it, several potential factors make us weary of this expansion. Some companies report a drastic decrease in service quality as a result of offshoring customer service. The potential risk to our customer satisfaction can be attributed to employees' inability to understand company goals and their need for more training to meet our standards. Culture and communication skill differences may act as a barrier to providing the desired customer service level. Additionally, confidentiality and ability to comply with U.S. regulatory standards are necessary. Information sensitivity may not be regarded with the same degree of care by overseas employees, which presents a threat to our service quality and requires additional training. The ability to enable background checks on potential employees plays a large role in maintaining employee quality. A potential issue with hiring overseas is the inability to run these checks and ensure that our environment is secure, respectful to sensitive information. Overall, the short-term issues and threats may be managed through careful oversight. However, that does not completely mitigate the risk over small issues forming long-term problems. EasyOSHA Co. will likely be unable to provide the same benefits and rights to foreign employees that we are able to provide to our employees here in the United States, due to the fact that they do not pay Social Security or other taxes. Through the ability to pay lower wages would serve a major financial benefit to our company, we are unsure of the culture environment and the regulations of our employees in India might be subject to. Through offshoring does offer labor at reduced cost, experts recommend that we do not offshore companies solely for financial purposes. Another long-term effect that EasyOSHA Co. might face through offshoring is a decrease in our control of business functions. This is slightly unsettling because having limited control over sensitive information being handed offshore can lead to unforeseen legal issues, increases in long-term costs, and possibly the loss of customers due to poor service. The potential loss of control and operations can lead to imminent downfall of the company as a result of offshoring.
Though offshoring is becoming a widely used tactic among businesses, many companies have also experienced failures as a result. These known examples of failure provide insight into our decision of whether or not to offshore. A specific failure that is especially relevant to us is that of Dell in the early 2000s. In the early 2000s, Dell opened a series of call centers in Bangalore, India, in the hopes of better managing a high volume of customer calls following a new line of products. In 2003, Dell unfortunately had to close their call centers as a result of customer satisfaction issues. Dell cited that the call center was unable to properly handle the high volume of calls that they were receiving, and customer service was sacrificed as a result. Dell's experience is especially relevant to us because it indicates that our goals of managing high customer volume may not necessarily be met whenever we open the call center in India. Additionally, we do not want to sacrifice customer service at the expense of potentially not even meeting these requirements. Dell's situation must be taken into account when deciding whether or not to offshore, but it is also worth noting that times have changed since then, and our own ability to cope with these problems may result in a different outcome for us. All these factors were taken into consideration when coming up with our ultimate recommendation.
After considering the discussed benefits and potential issues, we have come to the conclusion that it would be the best option to expand our customer service team locally as opposed to establishing an offshore call center in India. The liabilities and ethical uncertainties as a result of the overseas expansion greatly outweigh the potential financial savings gained. Throughout all our departments, we have reached the consensus that we believe expanding our call center domestically would allow for more control and prevent risking our customers' satisfaction.
Throughout this discussion, we have talked about the need for expansion in our customer service center, and we have entertained the prospect idea of expanding into India for a new call center for EasyOSHA Co.
The potential benefits of financial savings and 24-hour services was considered against security concerns, increased training costs, and uncertainty of meeting our needs.
We investigated technology giants like Microsoft and Dell and considered their experiences with offshore call centers.
Ultimately, our decision is to expand our customer service center locally and avoid offshoring in India at this time because we deem it too risky to our customer satisfaction. However, the option remains open for future discussion as our needs and situation change.
Finally, we would like to thank you for taking the time to listen to our recommendations about offshoring. And we hope that you have learned a little more about what our needs are for expansion and what's important to EasyOSHA Co. in making decisions for our future experiences and expeditions.